Game 7 postgame is here. We Got Ice versus Loveia's again. And the We Got Ice guys ended up pulling out the victory. Unfortunately, Loveia's was eliminated, but it was an intense game. Not as chippy as the first one, but definitely a good matchup. Let's throw it down to the booth to hear what Rose and Pavel have to say.
All right, Paxton, thank you very much. A 4-1 winner for We Got Ice over Loveia's. Listen, We Got Ice, they've got some really crisp passing on this team. All three of their players scored. You assisted on the one by Reagan Rust. The team is starting to come together as they will face Woogas in the semifinals.
Absolutely. They're gelling well, and they're going to need to because the Woogas are so heavily offensively gifted, and they got DZ on the board, so that's a good sign for this team.
Yeah, DZ finally scored his first goal of this tournament. He is the star of the game and standing by with Pax.
First goal of the tournament. You got anointed with the giant We Got Ice hat, which is no small feat. How are you feeling after that victory with your team?
Feeling absolutely incredible with that double match up there. We didn't know it was going to go. It reminded us like the NHL bubble during COVID where we're like, man, we're playing these guys again and they're going to come so hard because it's elimination. But best teammates in the world. They kept cheering me on. I wanted that first goal, so when I got it, I felt so good, so good.
I love it. Yeah, you could definitely see that the team chemistry is finally clicking. You got really scrappy. Defensively, you did not let up. What turned it on for you in your head?
This is an elimination game, you know? We don't want to be watching anything tomorrow other than our own games. We want to be playing in all the big ones, and as I said, the whole team was just like that, so it's easy to match that level because every single one of them was doing the exact same.
I love that. Well, congrats. Rest up. Go take an ice bath.
Game 7 highlights are here. We've got the start of the playoffs. We Got Ice versus Loveia's. Jack Doyle, Nicky Cass. Scoring doesn't start until the second when DZ gets a turnover from Jesse Blake and gets We Got Ice on the board and scores his first goal of the tournament. Look at that excitement. Reagan gets another one on the board for We Got Ice with the one and only Pavel play. That feed right there during his Pavel play gets We Got Ice up 2-0. But don't worry. Loveia's is not dead yet. Dalton in the net. He's got tons of saves, and Jesse Blake with a snipe of a shot puts Loveia's on the board.
Oh, but the goal! What a rip!
That's not going to stop the one and only Zoe to put one in the back of the net. We Got Ice is up 3-1. We Got Ice adds one more via empty net, and We Got Ice ends up pulling out the victory 4-1. First playoff win. Let's hear from Loveia's.
I think the thing is, obviously, first off, thank you to everybody, the crew, like setting us up.
Shout out
it
to
would
crew.
not run without you.
Shout out
guys.
to booth.
I think just as an experience, it was a great experience. It's just when the results aren't there, it's just so deflating because we're giving it our all and we're in it the whole way. And then just for it to not go our way kind of sucks. But overall, I appreciate your effort. Fantastic energy. We were there. It just didn't shake out our way.
Yep.
I think everyone on our team scored a goal that game. So big team effort right there. I feel great. We're a little banged up. Jack didn't score a goal, but I'm sorry, Jack. Reagan's taking a ton of shots to the leg, so, she's battling right now, but we'll be fine. A couple games tomorrow. Sleep well tonight.
Casualty of the game. I pulled a Zion. I ripped my shoe completely, just running back and forth on it all weekend. So, RIP my shoe.
That was the first period of the game too, right?
Yeah, it was first period.
Very early.
Thank goodness there were some warehouse shoes lying around in my size, roughly, so I wore those for the rest of the game.
And then banged out a goal?
Yeah,
and then banged out a goal.
And the new shoes,
And the new shoes.
I had a bad turnover, though, and I'll think about that for the rest of my life.
It's been incredible. Everyone's just buzzing here. I love the environment here. It makes it easy to kind of keep improving and giving it because everyone's just laughing. So we're out here for fun. Obviously, it's the playoffs, but yeah, no, everyone's been very welcoming.
It's getting really intense, too. And I think we're all finding our roles now. So, he knows he's a bumper, goal scorer, forechecker, and then I'm taking the shots.
Norris Trophy winner right back here.
So what is the future of the Loveia's franchise look like?
Keep working, keep showing up. We sound like a broken record, but
You'll be back.
that's the only way.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only way. You keep working, you keep showing up, you keep a good attitude, and good things are going to happen. And when it's our time, we'll see how the tides have turned. And
Do you think we're going to go back to the other jersey colors?
Hell no.
The purple and orange?
No, the maroon and white.
I mean,
That was a good color.
That's a nice color, but
That
I
was a
think we're
good
happy
color.
with this. But
Fuck the colors, fuck the jerseys,
ain't about the
fuck
colors.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's up to us. And like I said before,
we gotta do it.
winning is hard.
Yeah.
Winning is a hard fucking thing to do.
You see, we're
But if you don't
drenched in
chase
sweat.
it,
There were
you're
also-
guaranteed a loss.
A lot of good teams this year, just saying.
Incredibly emotional presser by Loveia's. I mean, Dalton Feely is one of the best goalies in Floorball in the warehouse, which is crazy for them to be eliminated. But honestly, I love their energy. The We Got Ice guys, the fact that they keep referencing starfish and farm animals is probably my favorite. I love the fact that Reagan is not only team captain of We Got Ice, which is crazy, but Kelsey also crowned her the queen of Floorball in this warehouse, which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Dan, Reagan, knighted into We Got Ice. I feel like that team is coming together at the right time, so I'm really curious to see how they keep playing and if that chemistry keeps growing. All right, before I throw it down for Game 8 with Kels on the floor, we gotta shout out Shady Rays because not only are we looking fabulous, they're also just a great company to work with. Let's say you break these. Let's say you lose these. Let's say someone just steps on them. Shady Rays is going to send you a new pair. Go to shadyrays.com and use code FLOORBALL for $25 off your pair of sunglasses. shadyrays.com, code FLOORBALL. You're welcome. Kels, take it away.
Thank you so much, Pax. It's the quarterfinals, baby, and we're getting a really good matchup, a rematch between hook, line, sinkers and baggage. Now, just to refresh your memory, go back to game 1 of this tournament. We got the first shootout. It was a beautiful game, but hook, line, sinkers ultimately won. Now, we did just see them exposed in their last game that we saw them play, but baggage, hopefully, they're ready to go. We were able to catch up with both teams as baggage tries to get revenge versus the team that beat them in game 1. Let's hear from the teams. You lost the first time you faced them, but they just got exposed in their last game in regulation. What can you guys take from that game that you didn't know in the first game to beat them now?
I think in game 1, they looked like hook, line, and sinkers. They were, their attack was good. They were playing man-to-man. But in game 2, it was hook, line, and stinkers. And so I think if we expose them and get them out of their game a little bit, get Drew running all over the place, I think we can really take advantage of that.
The first time you faced them, you just got humiliated in your last game.
Strong word. Yeah, I don't know if humiliated. How do you say that word?
Humiliated.
Humiliated. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not here to use big fancy words, but all I know is we beat baggage before pretty convincingly. It was 1-1. We only got 3 shots on net, and we squeaked one in the shootout. So maybe it wasn't too convincing, but we won, and so hopefully we can carry that into this game, and we're in their heads a little bit.
I think what makes our team good is that our best offensive player is everyone, and everyone finds a game where they step up and can be the MVP. Like our last game, everyone scored. And so I think that's a strength of baggage. And my goal is to always be the best offensive player, but I know when I'm not, my team will pick me up.
Right now it's quarterfinals, so it's win and move on, lose you're done, whether it's 12-2 or 2-1. You win, you lose, right? So it's pretty black or white at this point, so it's just kind of do or die.
I think we don't need a whole lot of this. We need a lot of this, and that's going to take us to the championship.
So you can see Team Baggage has just continued to get higher and higher in this tournament. The crane did kind of start to shake a little bit there, but they did a really good job of catching the oranges. Also, when we were talking to Kane over in the equipment closet, what he was saying about his team, I don't know if you noticed, kind of threw him under the bus a little bit. He's really hoping to see more offense in this, even though he was the goalie that gave up 11 goals in this game. And we wouldn't know about all the different numbers, the stats, without our guy, Jolly Olive. So let's go ahead and hear from him.
All right, we got the second playoff matchup. Thank you so much for kicking it over, guys. It's the Olive Pit once again, and it's another rematch. Who would have thunk it? Number 4, Hook, Line, Sinkers taking on number 5, Baggage. Let's talk a little bit about Baggage. They're seeking a win. They need a win big time, specifically Jimmy O'Brien, who has not won with the Baggage franchise in a game since Floorball 1. He needs to shoot a little bit better, though. He's 1 of 8 on his shot rate. If you combine Sam and Jeff, his teammates, they're 3 of 9. They've been carrying the load. Jimmy needs to find that offensive outburst we saw a lot in the first Floorball tournament. As for Jake, he's been about league average in the goal. He's saved 12 of 16 shots against him. That's a 75% rate, exactly league average amongst all goalies. Baggage is second in shots on goal, making 24% of their shots on goal, going 4 of 17. They're facing off against a team that they lost to in the first game of this tournament, and Drew Davis specifically has a great track record against Baggage themselves. He's going to need the help of his teammates, though. He's shooting 20% alongside Courtney Kobus. He's 2 of 10. She's 1 of 5. They're both about league average. They're going to need to step up because Pat Sheba has only attempted 1 shot this entire tournament. As for Kaner, we knew he was really good in that first game. Things got out of hand after that brutal beating they took at McFlurry Power. He's now allowed the most goals, and he has the second worst shot rate at 62.5% amongst all goalies. They need to brush that off because if they win this game, they've got another date with McFlurry Power in the semifinals. And it's just as important for Baggage, who are looking for their first win of this entire tournament and trying to rewrite the narrative on what has been a very tough year for that franchise in this warehouse. This is a big game. The last quarterfinal matchup. Let's turn it back over to the booth.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
What baggage are you coming into this tournament with?
Never having scored on Kane Van Gate.
What baggage are you coming into this tournament with?
Terrified of the afterlife.
I sweat too much.
Emotional, physical, mental, all of the baggage.
We are super excited for the second of our 2 quarterfinal matchups. Just like the other one, this is a rematch of the regular season. Actually, it's a rematch of Game 1 of this year, won by hook, line, sinkers in a shootout. It's something that Team Baggage looks at and they said, statistically we dominated. Feels like on the floor we dominated. We just didn't win. They're rearing to go, Team Baggage.
Yeah, a bit of a shocker that game. I'd agree with Baggage's assessment there. I thought they deserved to win, but sometimes it's good to get a loss, to get your heads in this tournament, feel what it's like to lose, and you don't want to feel that again.
Certainly not in the playoffs, because if you lose, you go home. As for hook, line, sinkers, 1-1 in the regular season. They are coming off a blowout loss at the hands of McFlurry Power. I wonder how the gatekeeper in goal is going to be doing after he gave up 11 tallies last time out.
Yeah, the confidence has to be shocked, but hey, KVG always says you got to have a short memory. The way he lives his life, you absolutely have to have a short memory. So just forget about it. Focus on this one.
All right, who are you going with today?
I will go with Baggage. I have to go with Baggage after that lackluster performance. I don't think it's possible to go with hook, line, singers, so Baggage.
I'm going to keep riding this train until it works. Baggage, don't let me down, man. Let's go. I mean, you're making it harder and harder for me to pick you, but I'm going with you. Kelsey Wingert, what about you?
I am going to take Team Baggage, who I feel like I've taken in every opportunity that I could take this tournament, and I feel like I've never been right. But again, this is a boss. Both of the bosses. They can't lose. They're going to come out strong. They saw the ways that hook, line, sinker got exposed in their last game, and they're really going to use that to their advantage. So, Rosie, it's Team Baggage for me.
So there you have it. All 3 of us are picking Baggage just like the time before. So hook, line, sinkers, this is good news for you.
Yeah. Little adversity. That's what KVG loves.
Winner of this one will advance and square off against the number 1 seed McFlurry Power. For Kelsey and for this dude Pavel, I am Chris. Catch you later at the warehouse.